Guys, looking at corn is straight up poison for your spirits. If I recall the old version of me who was looking at corn, then I have to say it's night and day. And maybe you don't want to admit it, but it is indeed night and day. I mean, that version of me would never, absolutely under any circumstances, have, for example, Muay Thai as his hobby. I actually remember I went for 10 sessions at most, probably five sessions. And then I was worried, stressing about CTE, anxious about, getting my head hurt and just push it out basically. And yeah, that's what corn does to you. So that's one example. Another thing is that I was never standing up for myself. I knew what I was supposed to do, and in some cases I actually did what I was supposed to do. I worked out and such, but I did not stand up for myself when it counted. I was doing a lot and not receiving a lot. The thing with my ex, that also went down. It went down, I think, because of it, because of corn. If I had not looked at it, then probably this whole thing would never have happened. Just think about that, how it turned my entire life around to watch corn, and not in a good way. Think about that. So it's not, you think it's free? No, it's not free. You are paying with your soul, your spirit, your life. Another thing, standing here in front of a camera, in front of you guys, trying to entertain, I would have never even thought about it again. Same thing as with Muay Thai. I could never, speak into this mic, dance around, or hype myself up. I actually did hype myself up. I had that ability. I had that light within me for a long time, but still, doing this thing, I don't think I would be standing here in front of this camera if I was still a corn user. No way. No way. A huge thing about corn is that you can listen to the right influencers, you can read all the right books and understand in your mind, but spiritually I was so blind. I was completely blindsided by lots of bad things. And that was not because I was dumb. I was never dumb, but I had zero discernment. I did not think about God consciously. I did not think about these things at all. And spiritually, that meant I was completely blindsided by a large number of devastating traps that got me good. So that's another reason, if you need it anymore, for not looking at corn. And yeah, it can, of course, as I mentioned, it ruined my relationship, and chances are it will ruin yours as well. It can ruin yours as well, especially if you are married, and it happens quite often that the computer replaces the role of the wife, and that's not an ideal situation at all. If you read about it in the Bible, marriage comes with certain responsibilities for both the man and the woman, and part of that is not doing the thing with the computer, but with each other. That's an important part of marriage. Simple as that. Another reason to stop watching corn. And again, if you have potential for anything, then, or to break free, to be independent from the matrix, then it will be used against you. They involved corn in very twisted schemes. It was crazy, actually. It was mind-boggling to have like a psych professor or whatever trying to make traps for you based on your browsing history. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want it at all. You don't want to trade your life mission, your blessings, your purpose in life for a minute of pleasure, unless you are messed up in the head. That's just not a good trade. So don't do it. And I know it's difficult. So again, even as I knew that they were using it against me, at some points I just couldn't avoid the urges. Of course, I was not looking at corn, but I was still dealing with lustful thoughts, and I had to pray my way out of that, and it was not an easy thing, guys. It was not easy at all. It took, I think, more than a year probably. So at first I blocked corn, and you can check out my video about side blockers, ad blockers, about that, how you can block corn with NextDNS, RescueTime, things like that, ColdTurkey. So that in that way you can block it with technical tools, but that's not going to eliminate the urges. That's the tricky part, because if you have these very powerful urges, then you will still do something stupid, and you will still try your best to defeat the tools that you installed in the first place, because you have those strong urges. That's where the Jesus prayer comes in. I know it's, to an unbeliever, it would sound difficult to believe that it works, but it does work. It got me out of difficult situations. You just repeat the prayer. Lord Jesus Christ, the Son of God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Repeat it over and over, and that will help take your mind off the bad things. And listening to, chants that can help reset you. And the most important thing, I think, because this is a sort of infestation of your spirit, is that you need to fast. You need to fast at least on Fridays, and that was a game changer for me, even more powerful than any tool, anything else. Just fasting on a regular basis, even if it's just not the most tough water fast or even dry fast, where you're not even drinking, not even eating, but just a simple fast or a simple strong cut, if you want to call it that. That's going to help, because this is, after all, again, an infestation of the spirit, and fasting and prayer, that's the way to go. That's the way to eliminate it. And I do have some good news. So the good news is, if you keep at it for like half a year or something, then what's going to happen? Very simple. You will be locked in on your mission. You will be thinking about the next video to record, the next feature to implement, the next topic to study, the next customer to sell, instead of unproductive, harmful things. So yeah, you just have to keep at it. You have to stay strong for like half a year, and then it gets way easier, because then your mind, you redirect this energy, this sexual energy, towards more productive things, and then those more productive things grow and they take up your thoughts, and they leave no room for the unproductive BS thoughts. And that's my good news for you, that you will be blessed by God in this way if you keep at it, and it's going to get much easier. So take heart and stay strong. Install those tools, say your prayers, lock in, and you're going to come off much better. Even if the world doesn't magically start to approve of you, even if women do not worship you, or not enough women worship you, still you will end up with much better hobbies, a much better schedule,